my wife cheated on me with a guy from her job and I caught everything on a hidden camera. I lost control and left, but when I came back 2 weeks later, I found her totally broken down and my son abandoned and starving. Now I'm questioning everything. Am I supposed to hate her, forgive her, or leave? It's been about 2 weeks since everything went down, and I feel totally lost. I've been suspicious for a long time, lots of red flags, but never any hard proof. The tension just kept building until I couldn't take it anymore. I finally decided to confront my wife, Emma, 32F. Her reaction was straight-up irrational anger. She acted offended I could even accuse her of cheating and kept insisting that she'd never do something like that. At that moment, I almost believed her. But I couldn't shake my gut feeling, so I snooped through her phone and computer. Nothing. That wasn't enough to clear my head though, so I bought some small cameras online and set them up around our home. Then, to make sure the stage was set, I visited some friends for the weekend. A little about us. I, Marcus, 33M, grew up in Norway, near the Swedish border, but met Emma in Sweden when I was 20 and she was 21. At the time, she'd already had a child from a previous relationship, Lucas, who was 3 then. From day one, I loved that kid like my own, and I've been his dad for over 11 years now. We've been married 6 years, but that hardly matters, does it? Anyway, after my trip, I came home early while Emma was out and reviewed the camera footage. There it was. Undeniable proof, straight video of her and another guy, and not just any guy, Alexander, 34M, some coworker of hers we knew pretty well. I'd even met his wife. We'd all hung out a few times. Suddenly, I understood that phrase about seeing red. I literally lost it, and I'm not an angry guy at all. I punched the walls and kicked the bedroom door so hard it flew off the hinges, smashing right into the glass coffee table in the living room. I bit my cheek so hard I only realized it when I screamed and blood sprayed out. Somehow, in all that chaos, I hit my head hard, actually, and that finally snapped me out of it. Looking at the wreckage, I knew I just had to get out. If Emma walked in just then, honestly, I might be writing this from jail. I threw some clothes into a suitcase, grabbed my laptop, work stuff, I build simulation models and need my custom rig, and got out. I sent Alexander's wife the footage with just a message saying, "Your husband is cheating with my wife." Didn't say anything else. On my way out, I ran into Lucas outside our apartment complex. I hugged him, told him I'd always love him, but that his mom had cheated on me and I had to leave. I shouldn't have told him. He's just a kid and I just blurted it out. Not my best moment. I tried to cross the border, to stay with my family in Norway, but because of COVID, they wouldn't let me through. Ended up in a nasty little Airbnb, just going through the motions at work, feeling like a zombie. I haven't responded to Emma, who's been blowing up my phone nonstop, or her family's calls. Literally hundreds of messages, but I only kept in touch with Lucas. He keeps asking questions, and I try to be as honest as I can. I don't know what the future holds, except for divorce. Trying to find a lawyer, but everything feels impossible. I don't want to talk to friends, because almost all of them are mutuals with Emma. So I have almost no support. Genuinely. I'm terrified of talking or seeing her again. I'm scared I'll lose control. I love Lucas and I'm terrified of losing him, but I don't even know where to start. The anger's still there, just simmering, and I can't see past it yet. I keep telling myself I'll respond eventually, but I'm just too angry. Thought writing this all out might help, but honestly, no difference so far. Update 1. I'm doing a bit better. Decided to try out a local MMA gym. Full disclaimer, I have no idea how to fight, and I'm not in any kind of shape. The only fights I've ever been in ended with me getting my face beat in. But the people at the club, surprisingly, they were super friendly. I told them what happened, and they really wanted to help. First, they made me work out for a couple hours. That definitely pushed my endurance, but didn't knock the edge off my anger. So they sent me into the ring with a seasoned fighter. This guy was patient with me, letting me punch and kick. Not that any of it landed cleanly, but whenever I did connect, he tapped me back. Nothing harsh, just a gentle reminder of who knew what they were doing. He kept checking I was all right, and apologized a few times for landing a hit. I mean, in an actual fight, but he saw me as no threat at all. I ended up walking out with a new respect for people who actually know how to fight. I want to be as chill as those guys. The fight helped. I'm still angry, but it's at a level I can manage. I'll go back for more training and more gentle ass kickings, but I still don't trust myself to see Emma. I told Lucas we'd be all right no matter what. He took it well. I've spoken to a couple of mutual friends and Emma's parents. Apparently, Emma's completely fallen apart. She's calling everyone at any hour, confessing everything, apparently offering PP money just to get in touch with me. I still don't want to contact her directly. My cousin Helena, 31F, is now my go-between. I gave her some questions to ask Emma, and we'll see how that goes. Some Redditors suggested I dangle the prospect of adopting Lucas to try to reconcile. That feels so wrong. I'm not going to use him as a bargaining chip. I'd love to formally adopt him, but only if he wants it, not if anyone pushes him. I think I'm starting to get a plan in place. The advice I've received here has been a huge help. Update 2. Sorry for going quiet. Things have been nuts. Saw so many questions in my messages, I thought an update would be easiest. After my last post, I started calling Lucas twice a day. He always said things were fine, but I had a feeling they weren't. I focused on holding myself together. Started individual counseling, which helped, but the real shift came when I found a new boxing gym. First impression, dingy, kind of rough, but the camaraderie between the 5 guys there was awesome. I really wanted to belong. They told me to talk to the owner, a gruff old guy with a legendary rep and a personality that really rubbed me wrong. Basically, he just listened at first, then started talking, and everything he said was true. But his tone made me feel like I was being accused of not measuring up. We ended up arguing, but the weird thing is, pushing to prove myself had a weirdly positive effect. Being challenged like that forced me to see myself more clearly. Now I get why these guys respect him. He helped me start understanding why I was so angry and how to think straight. A few days after, right after I talked to Lucas one night, he called me back, crying, apologizing for lying. He hadn't been honest. Things weren't okay. Emma had been just staring at the TV for days on end. Even when Lucas turned it off, she wouldn't move. Food was gone, the house was disgusting, and all he'd eaten in 2 days was a sandwich a friend's mom made for him. I rushed home. I could smell the garbage from the hall before I even got inside. The place was trashed, crumpled papers all over the floor, dirty dishes everywhere, broken glass, leftover garbage rotting. First thing, I checked on Lucas. I picked him up a burger on the way over, told him to stay in his room and eat while I figured out what to do. Promised him it was okay, I was home now and would take care of everything. He cried and hugged me. I missed him so much. Emma was just sitting there, staring blankly at the TV like Lucas had said. But he hadn't told me how bad she looked. She'd lost so much weight, just skin and bones, sunken eyes, cracked lips, filthy clothes, hair matted. She stank, worse than anything I've ever smelled. There was a bucket on the floor, half full of God only knows what. Later realized it was old vomit. It physically hurt me to see her like that. For a moment, I forgot all about the affair. I just wanted to help her. That scares me. That after all she's done, I can still feel that. Something must be wrong with me. She asked if I was real, and when I said yes, she just started wailing, crying harder than I've ever seen. Right there, in the middle of a scream, she either passed out or fell asleep. I stuck my smartwatch on her wrist to check her pulse. I don't really know how, and saw her heart rate bouncing between 100 and 150. Not good. Made her comfortable on the sofa, wiped her face clean, then ran and got a neighbor to watch Lucas while I took her to the hospital. She's been there for 7 days now. I think the days blur together. I visited once, but she broke down so badly they told me not to come again for now. No official diagnosis, no timeline for when or if she'll recover. Now my focus is Lucas. I'm making sure he goes to regular counseling and he seems to be doing better now, but he's definitely traumatized. I feel crushed by guilt knowing I caused him so much pain. I'm working with a lawyer to get custody rights, and I'm also preparing for divorce, but holding off for now. It took days to clean the place, had to dump the fridge. It still smelled like death even after bleaching it. Found that Emma had taken all my dirty laundry into bed and arranged it in a body shape. She'd even enhanced it to make it anatomically correct. Pretty disturbing. Her papers all over the place were mostly nonsense, scribbled lines with some dates and times mixed in. A couple of pages just had "sorry" written over and over. Then the writing would trail off in a squiggle mid-sentence. I don't know what to do. All my anger is gone, replaced by sadness for Lucas and for Emma, and for what we've all lost. Part of me feels like my whole identity as a husband and father has been mortally wounded. I don't know if I have it in me to forgive her. For now, everything is unpredictable. I'm just trying to rebuild my self-esteem for Lucas's sake. Sorry it's not some epic story of heroic confrontation or revenge. Mostly just confusion and exhaustion now. At first, it felt so clear-cut. Now I don't see any good way forward. Update 3. Some questions for you all. Maybe you can help me see this from other perspectives. If you're just going to comment, divorce the cheater, don't even bother, I'll skip past you. I know this is ultimately my decision. I'll do what's best for my family and me, whatever that is in the end. I haven't been sleeping much, so sorry if I ramble. Emma's still hospitalized and only lets her mother, Anna 54F, visit. She's told everyone else to leave me alone. No one speaks for her, no one's to pressure me. She's confessed to cheating to basically everyone, though not in detail. Her phone calls have been panic attacks on loop. I cheated, he's leaving me, what do I do? So most people are keeping their distance unless I reach out. Anna handed me a letter Emma wrote, 32 pages long. Here's the main gist. Emma apologized to me, Lucas, and us. She says she'll sign whatever I want, prenup, divorce papers, anything. She also confessed to a 2-month emotional affair with a guy online before Alexander. I didn't know about that one. She's being honest. The confession is super detailed, and she's given me all her login details to check everything for myself. She says she was addicted to the attention and excitement. She honestly can't explain why she let things go so far. The evidence matches up. Emails, messages, call logs, and an old diary hidden in her drawer. Going back almost 10 years. The story flows. The first affair was more online flirting than anything. Never met up, no sexting or anything. But then one day she just messaged him, realized it was wrong, and shut it down. About Alexander, she admits she was hooked on getting positive attention from such an objectively good-looking guy, especially considering his stunning wife. The ego boost turned addictive. She says she knew it was wrong, but couldn't stop herself, and she hates herself for losing control. The physical affair only started when Alexander began losing interest. Then, she initiated sex to keep the attention. Based on her diary, the sex was joyless, more like a reward for attention rather than something she wanted. She struggled with guilt at first, but learned to compartmentalize it. Our marriage suffered while she did this. The physical affair went on for 4 weeks. Diary and confession both say they slept together 5 times at hotels, a fact backed up by phone location data and credit card receipts. Then, as you know, I found out. Her letter ends, I don't know who I was during the affair. I don't recognize myself. I don't understand why I abandoned all my morals and hurt everyone I love. I won't ask for your forgiveness. I don't deserve it. But I hope I can help you and Lucas heal. I'll do anything you ask, without question. Once released, I'll live with my mother. Stay away unless you ask otherwise. I don't want to be a constant reminder of your pain. My only wish is that someday you heal and find someone worthy of your love. I hope I haven't destroyed your ability to trust and love again. I won't be with anyone else. I'll get therapy and try to fix what's wrong with me, even though I don't know what that is yet. I knew what I did was wrong, but I did it anyway. I was selfish. She ends with, I saw the pain on your face after the affair. I saw it on the video you left behind in the bedroom. I realized how terrible I'd become. There's probably no saving me. I'll always love you. I wish I could take it all back. Reading it destroyed me. I ugly cried. Watched the videos over and over. The one of her with Alexander, the one of me flipping out. I don't even remember doing half that stuff, and yet I can't stop watching it. Why do I keep torturing myself? Is it even possible for someone to become so compulsive, like lose the ability to make rational choices and get sucked into an affair, the way Emma describes? Can depression do that? I found in her diary, she turned really dark after her favorite aunt died about 3 years ago. She spiraled into a deep depression. I've read that sometimes depression can flip someone's personality and trigger destructive behavior, but I'd love insight from anyone who's been through it. From the records, Emma never really loved Alexander or the other guy. She loved the ego rush they gave her. On D-Day, she cut Alexander off and even phoned his wife to tell her what happened. That woman actually wanted me to have a revenge affair. she was obsessed with getting even, which just felt pointless and kind of gross. I'm never seeing her again. So what do? Can't eat, can't sleep, just trapped in my own thoughts. Any advice would help. Update 4. Thank you so much to everyone who's been helping me navigate this train wreck. I think I'm okay now. I feel like I'm in control again. I've tried getting to see Emma, but she still refuses. Anna keeps passing messages for me. I tried to call Emma out on what she promised in her letter, that she'd do anything to help. So Anna told her I thought talking would help, and I also asked if we could see her doctor together. Doc won't say anything without Emma there, so still waiting. In short, I've got a PTSD diagnosis, while Emma's been diagnosed with persistent depression and possibly some bipolar disorder. Chemical imbalance in her brain, doctors are trying different meds. Turns out Alexander is a serial cheater. The wife is divorcing him, been confronted, fought a bit, and the wife has told all the other women's husbands. I've had a friend over most days to keep me grounded and went camping with Lucas this weekend. As for Emma, watching the videos of the affair and her blank expressions, it seems clear she was disconnected. Sex was a chore, exactly as her diary said. I deleted both videos. There was no point in torturing myself anymore. Still, part of me wants to walk away. What if she cheats again? Can I ever trust her? Will these memories always run in my head? Would trying to divorce just cause more trauma to Lucas, who's already terrified of being abandoned? I'm not sure I could even go through with it in the short term. Lucas depends on me so much right now and has begged me never to leave him again. No telling how long before Emma's stable enough to parent again. If I leave her now, maybe she'd never recover. But even if I left, I'd still carry the pain and scars into any new relationship, which I doubt would work out anyway. Honestly, single women my age seem to either be divorced for good reason or desperate for kids, and I don't want to start over or deal with that. Plus, would I ever find someone who understands me the way Emma did before? Is that even possible? Chemistry and connection takes years to build. Also, who's to say another partner wouldn't cheat? At least with Emma, the odds honestly seem lower. Lucas needs his mom, and she needs time to heal. But will she recover quicker if we stay together, or if I leave? No idea. If I leave, how do I know she'll be safe around Lucas? Would I heal faster alone, or with her? Reddit seems to suggest the best outcomes are when the cheater takes responsibility and actively participates in years of healing. But is Emma even capable of that now? So I'm stuck, split between two extremes. Forgive or divorce, or something in between. I still love her, which kills me to admit, even having fantasized about her hurting like I hurt. Deep down, I don't want that for anyone. No matter which path, it'll be a long, painful journey. All I know is, if I offer reconciliation, it has to be conditional. I'll want real effort, real commitment. If not, she'll just be on probation and I'll be miserable. Either way, we'll need a ton of therapy. Part of me wonders if she even wants reconciliation herself. Not being able to talk to her is getting to me. It's making everything harder. If you've got advice on how to handle that convo, I'm all ears. Thanks again, everyone. That wraps up the whole story. This story paints a clear picture of how deep betrayal, mental health struggles, and family bonds can create an emotional storm with no easy way out. It highlights how real healing is a long-term process, full of hard decisions without any guarantees. What do you think? Have you ever found yourself stuck between forgiveness and walking away after someone deeply hurt you? What would you do in OP's shoes? Or what advice would you give? Let me know in the comments.